Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Super Salad, back up in the building, and you know what it is. You know I'm back with a part two of my DCU. If I were in charge of the DCU, you already know. We're back with this part two. This is part two, focusing on my DCU, cinematic DC universe, the New Age, Division 2. I already got a video of Division 1, which is part 1, up on the channel, and this is part 2, focusing on Division 2. I decided to use the word division because Marvel has already got the word phases and stuff like that. So for mine, I'm using the word division, and this is my Division 2. And my Division 2 is going to kick off with a Superman 3, and it's going to lead into a Wonder Woman 2, a Flash 2, a Green Lantern movie, and then Justice League 2, and after Justice League, a Shazam movie. And I will have 2 series going on at the same time in the background. And the first series, as a lot of you guys might find a little shocking, is gonna be Superboy, focusing on Superboy, Connor Kent. And then not only am I gonna focus on Connor Kent, I'm gonna use it to introduce, you know who, that man, Superboy Prime. You already know what it is. I'm gonna use that show to introduce Connor, focus on Connor's backstory. Connor is gonna go on this little adventure. He's gonna come across Superboy Prime. The other show that I got in mind for you guys is gonna be a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle series, because it really don't make no sense to give either of them their own movie when they're literally like they're just paper and glue, man. Those 2 guys are just paper and glue, man. They're like Black Canary and Green Arrow, yo. Like, them 2 dudes together are the most hilarious thing ever, and I feel like a series with them together would be better. So yeah, we're gonna take the Superman movie over here, probably gonna use it to introduce Lex. Finally, introduce Lex into this universe and stuff like that. And then for the Wonder Woman movie, I'll probably use Dr. Poison. And then for Flash, I'll probably be using. He got so many good villains, man. Like the Thinker, but he was already on the show, so I don't want to use anybody that was on the show for real. That's a good question. I'm probably gonna use some of the older villains and stuff like that. Somebody that the show hasn't used and stuff like that. Probably set up like Reverse Flash and stuff like that, because that's one of my favorite villains. I gotta get them in there, get them set up and stuff like that. And then in between the Flash movie and the Wonder Woman movie, we're gonna get that Superboy series. And then after Flash, we're gonna get a Green Lantern movie. So you already know how that's gonna go. It's not really gonna be Green Lantern, but it's gonna be called Green Lantern Corps, which was the DC Extended Universe. I know they were gonna be doing something like that eventually. So I thought that was actually a cool idea. It's instead of just like introducing one Green Lantern, I'm just gonna introduce the whole Green Lantern Corps and stuff like that. And no, there's not gonna be like billions of fucking lanterns out there, like a thousand lanterns. No, it's gonna be like a small little group. It's stuff like that. It's probably just gonna be the 4 from Earth, and they just call themselves the Green Lantern Corps until they actually come across the Guardians of the Universe and stuff like that, which I haven't had the chance to introduce them yet. So that's what this Green Lantern movie is going to do. It's going to help introduce that. I don't feel like it's right to sit there and in the first movie just throw it in there that they're with the Guardians of the Universe. No, I want the movie to take its time with them 4, and then them 4 end up meeting the Guardians of the Universe in the middle of the movie, and then that's when the Guardians of the Universe, look, you guys belong to a parter, greater, universe and stuff like that. But I don't want to make it centered around the Guardians and stuff like that, like they did with the original Green Lantern movie, where it was centered around. I just want the Guardians to make their little cameo appearance, and then boom, that's it. And then the rest of the movie is just the guys, just the guys having fucking fun, doing what they got to do and shit like that. But I'm not gonna do like what they did with that original one, where it was heavily based. I'm gonna have the Guardians in there, and the Guardians are, they're gonna go see the Guardians and stuff like that, obviously, and stuff like that, so. But I don't want it to be like the Green Lantern Corps, where it's just a bunch of Green Lanterns, like thousands of Green Lanterns. No, it's just the Green Lantern Corps probably just gonna be focusing on the 4 guys, either 2 of them, depending on how I would like to do it, And then the Green Lantern movie is gonna lead into the Justice League 2 movie, which And that movie, this Justice League 2 movie right here, I'm actually gonna make this movie right here based on the storyline when the White Martians came to Earth. And that's what I'm gonna be doing for this Justice League 2 movie. I'm gonna do that storyline when the White Martians came to Earth because I think it'd be really cool to see the Justice League fight against another league of aliens. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's just gonna be fucking cool to see on the big screen them fucking fighting with Martian Manhunter against the fucking White Martians and shit like that. That should be cool because they're like a little overpowered and shit like that. You know, they kind of got like the same powers as Martian Manhunter and shit like that. You know, so I think that'll be a good idea and stuff like that. I like that idea. You know, introducing that Martian, that White Martian storyline right here and stuff like that. Still starting off small. I don't want to do nothing big. You know, it's not right to be like right now. It's not right to like try to introduce somebody like Darkseid into Monitor and stuff like that. You know, so it's like, you know, start off small, simple. You know, start off with a little White Martian storyline right here. Adapt the White Martian storyline and stuff like that. How they finally came back because they found out John was alive and stuff like that. So they found out he was on Earth and stuff like that. And now the heroes got to band together. And of course, like in Avengers Age of Ultron, which is part 2, how 2 new heroes got introduced. I will also be introducing 2 new heroes into this movie as well. And you can probably guess which one of those heroes is the hero because he gets his own movie right afterwards, which is Shazam. And he gets his movie right afterwards. And that's how I'm really gonna focus on that and stuff like that, and bringing this cohesive universe together like that. You know, I'm gonna introduce Shazam over here and stuff like that. In the Justice League 2 movie, he's gonna fight with them and stuff like that. And then after that, he's gonna get his own movie branching off, telling you more about the character and stuff like that. While at the same time, you got the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold series going on, and the Superboy series going on, diving more into those characters, and at the same time, world building. Because I feel like series are like the best thing to use for world building as well too. Like, the movies are freaking great, but when you just add a series in there to world build with the movie, it's phenomenal. It makes it great. It makes it more understanding. People get a more understanding of what's going on and stuff like that. And a lot of times you can rewrite yourself out of a mess with a show that you kind of do in the movie and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Division 2, Superman 3, Wonder Woman 2, Superboy TV series, Flash 2, Green Lantern Corps, Justice League 2, Shazam, and the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold series is going to be for this Division 2. Gonna make it nice, short, and simple. Like the same thing that Marvel did with their Phase 2, where their Phase 2 wasn't like this grandiose like stuff and stuff like that, you know. So make it short and simple and stuff like that, Division 2. And yeah, I hope you guys like this little idea that I've been coming up with and working with and stuff like that, because I feel like this little universe right here is, as I know, it's like it's not gonna come to fruition, but I feel like this little universe that I created is just fire, man. It's just fire. Like, it should have. This is how really DC should have been doing this whole time and stuff like that. How I feel they should have been doing this whole time and stuff like that. And yeah, so you know, we got Superman 3, Wonder Woman 2, Superboy the series, Flash 2, Green Lantern Corps, Justice League 2, Shazam, and Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. I'm gonna introduce Lex Luthor over here in this Superman 3 movie. I'm gonna introduce Lex Luthor and stuff like that. Build more, probably have a couple more cameos, some heroes as well here too. And then for Wonder Woman 2, I'm gonna have Dr. Poison and stuff like that, be the villain and stuff like that. Diving more into her character and stuff like that. This one's gonna be more centric, based around like Wonder Woman and stuff like that, and maybe like a couple cameo appearances from people that just make sense and stuff like that, you know. And then hop onto the Superboy TV series and stuff like that, and he's basically, you know, gonna go on his little own adventures. And spoiler alert, his villain is gonna be none other than Z Superboy Prime when he comes across him and stuff like that. And he's gonna have like little minor villains and stuff like that throughout the episodes, of course, but I feel like I'm gonna use Superboy Prime as like the big bad, because, you know, it's like I want to build him up starting now and stuff like that. So, and then for Flash, I think I'm gonna go simple. I'm gonna just use the Riddler, the Riddler. Well, I said the Riddler. I'm stupid. The Thinker, because he was really cool in the TV show, but I want to use him the real way here, the real way they used him in the comics when he actually fought against the Flash. And the reason I want to do that is because I feel like the show did him good, but they didn't do him justice. And That's what I want to do here. Introduce his villain and stuff like that, the Thinker and stuff like that. Because the Thinker has always been one of my favorites. He's really cool. And then moving on to the Green Lantern Corps. This movie's not gonna be based on 1,000 lanterns, but it's probably just gonna be based on either the four guys or just two of the guys. But if everything goes well, probably two of the guys, because I don't want to cram in four people in there and stuff like that. That'd probably be a lot too much and stuff like that. But probably be based on two of the guys. Probably Hal Jordan, John Stewart, and then later on introduce Guy Rayner and Guy Gardner later on and stuff like that. Maybe in part two, in Green Lantern Corps part two, we can introduce like Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner and stuff like that, and then that one will be about all four of them. But this one, I'm gonna start off small. I'm gonna start this one off with John and Hal and stuff like that. And the villain for this first movie, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'm gonna use the Rage Lanterns, man, because Atrocitus is a flipping monster, bro. Atrocitus is a monster. And I kind of want to use him. He needs to be, he needs to be brought to the big screen, and I think that'll be perfect. I'm gonna use him. And then for Justice League 2, um, yeah, I'm gonna use the White Martians and stuff like that. It's gonna be the storyline about the White Martians when they fought against the White Martians and stuff like that. And that storyline was actually pretty dope. I forgot the name of that storyline, so I'm dumb. But that storyline was dope, and I'm gonna use that one to adapt the second Justice League movie. And then that's gonna, help branch out the Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, and stuff like that. And then the Shazam movie and stuff like that. Which Booster Gold and Blue Beetle is gonna be more like a funny cop series, funny buddy cop series, because they're hilarious, they're awesome. And Shazam, right here, I'm gonna introduce Shazam with Shazam. I'm not really gonna go into like the whole origin story type of thingy majingy thing and stuff like that. He's already gonna be Shazam, because he helped the Justice League fight the White Martians and stuff like that. And this is just gonna dive into what he's doing right after all that happened, what he was doing and stuff like that. What's he up to? And then I'm gonna use it to introduce Doctor Savannah and stuff like that in here, because he's a really cool villain and stuff like that. And I feel like they could have done him better in the actual Shazam movie. They could have done him a lot better. So I'm gonna do them the right way here and stuff like that. I'm gonna do them right here the right way with Dr. Savannah and stuff like that. I'm gonna do them the right way and introduce them and stuff like that. Probably steal the same little concept they had the first time and just make them better overall and stuff like that. Because I feel like he was a little lackluster in the actual movie and stuff like that. But yeah, this is Division 2 and stuff like that. I hope y'all like the idea. I hope y'all like what I'm working with here, how I'm messing around with all this and just spouting ideas and being dumb, because I want to see like a really cool DC universe and stuff like that, just like the rest of you. And you already know it's your boy Solid, and I'm out, and stay tuned for part 3. See you later.